Hello, Detroit. That's right. We're back. Bullseye Sports is presented by DABO. That's Detroit Association of Black Organizations. That's run by Reverend Horace Sheffield. That's right. And you can reach us 7.5 HD2, the Sports Rap App Network, or the Sports Rap app. We're here tonight to talk a little bit about sports. Isn't that fantastic? We missed you, Detroit. We always do. But tonight we're going to give you a great show. We're going to leave you wanting more. And to begin the night, we're going to talk a little bit about yesterday's Super Bowl. How did you guys like the bowl the game yesterday? Seattle won. No surprise to many. What's going on with you, Jim?
Well, I was impressed. And I wouldn't call it a dud bowl. It was a defensive game. And Seattle took it to them. We had heard all playoffs that Drake May was an up-and-coming star. But I think he threw 6 interceptions and had 20 sacks in his 4 playoff games. So he had 6 sacks and 2 interceptions and a fumble, which is about par for the course. And he finally lost.
Yeah, I can't. The guy's second-year player in the Super Bowl. He did very well to get there. I'm not downing him. But Seattle had a perfect game plan to play him. If you watch how they attacked him, they wouldn't let him get away. They stayed in the lanes on the defensive line, and it kept him from using his legs. And that's where he's most effective, when he can use his legs and throw the ball. Hats off to the Seattle Seahawks, and congratulations to them. But that defense shows you what the Detroit Lions need in order to compete for a Super Bowl. They didn't make the playoffs last year and win a Super Bowl this year. Wow. Why can't we do that? Coaching.
We've got the first part down, Pat. We didn't make the playoffs.
So I guess next year they can win a Super Bowl.
Everything's possible.
Defensive line won that game.
Yeah, their left side had 2 rookies, and neither of which did well. So that was a huge difference, that they had to slide over help and everything, and by the time you do that, it's over.
Yep. Well, it was yeah.
Parker collapsed so fast.
Every time, boy didn't have a chance.
Still didn't work too, even though they threw a little quick passing game. Still was getting that pocket collapse quick.
Yep, they knew what he was going to do. Got to be able to run the ball.
Couldn't run the ball at all. I think that was one of the X factors too for Seattle, man. They could run that ball a little bit, open the passing up a little bit.
Well, you talking about the MVP of the game, Kenneth Walker III from Michigan State.
No relation to Reggie Walker.
He was able to run the ball real effectively. Had a 70-yard touchdown call back. But in the end, too, Sam Darnold went the whole playoffs without throwing an interception. He is now one of 7 active quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl, including Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Joe Flacco, Pat Mahomes has won 3, Matthew Stafford, and Jalen Hurts. So where do you rank Darnold in the quarterbacks that we have now playing?
Tier 2 quarterback.
Yeah, it shows you don't need a super quarterback to win the Super Bowl. You just need somebody that can take care of the ball.
Yeah.
Don't downplay that guy. We just downplayed Drake May for getting sacked too much, and we argued for Jared Goff all year. So, I mean, we got to put guys where they need to be. He's not a superstar quarterback, but he's by no means a Nick Foles type of guy.
Brad Johnson, no, he's not that type of guy.
He's not a placeholder. Do I think he's better than Jared Goff? No, I didn't say that.
I don't think he is better than Jared Goff, but
Jared Goff isn't a tier 1 quarterback though. He's a tier 2 quarterback.
On the borderline, maybe, I guess.
yeah,
Nah, I wouldn't. Look, if you could make an argument for him, but I mean, he's not a
top 10 as of right now.
It's not hard to be top 10.
Including top 10.
Not hard to be top 10. Only 6 of those guys is really good quarterbacks that can go play on any team. So I mean, he has the weapons to be in whatever tier he needs to be in. He's in the tier he's in because he lacks certain capabilities. He's immobile. He doesn't have a cannon, but he's throwing to Ferrari. So I mean, you can try and argue him in the first tier, but I don't know how you would.
but I think he's good enough to win a Super Bowl. He hasn't done it yet, but shoot, I've seen worse win.
But back to Darnold. I lost my train of thought there. But
What about Darnold? What? But Darnold is not a bad quarterback. He's decent.
he's the first quarterback out of the class of 2019 to win a Super Bowl, and that includes Baker Mayfield, the number 1, Josh Allen, number 8, and Lamar Jackson was number 32. Who would have thought that he'd have been the first one to win out of that group?
I know he's not the best one out of that group.
Well, he's the only one with a Super Bowl win.
Seahawks the best team out of that group you just named.
Yeah, I go along with that.
Those guys got the defense to match. A lot of them guys you just named, they might hoop, but that defense let up at the end, man. Them Ravens gave up about 18 go-ahead games they had. And then the Bills,
Listen, guys. Anytime you win a Super Bowl, you're thought of in a more positive light. So that's what he's been done. He's put himself there. He's going to make a little bit more money, and I'm proud of him, happy for him. Much maligned, several teams already, but he won a Super Bowl, and he knows how to win a big game now. That's what you can say about him. Golf, on the other hand, he's not been able to win a big game. So he deserves all the criticism that he gets, but he's not a bad
Back to
quarterback.
Darnold again. It proves that sometimes you need to not be thrown to the fire right away, but get some growth. He failed in New York, then went to Carolina, didn't do well. But he went to San Francisco. And the 49ers had internal discussions about keeping Darnold rather than Brock Purdy. But eventually they kept Brock Purdy because he was cheaper. Went to Minnesota, did well. Had a couple bad games at the end. But by the time he got to Seattle, he was developed a little bit better. Woods is just smiling.
That's a lot of teams he played for, man. Wow.
That is, man.
I mean, I like the fact that he was with Minnesota, and then they made a decision. Now, I don't want to talk about what that decision was on the back end, but they decided to move on. They decided to move on from Sam Darnold. I don't want to talk about who they moved on to, why. But it was the wrong decision.
His last 2 moves were made specifically because of money, I would say.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, Quessy at home because he picked guys because they win and not because he can evaluate.
Yeah, he ultimately paid the price on that one.
Yeah, he at the crib. But I mean, Sam Darnold, he's top 10 quarterback in the league right now. I think still tier 2 guy though, but that's not bad.
Nothing wrong with that.
I think that's just more so separating superstar, big arm quarterbacks, mobile guys from, just guys that get the ball down the field and move it around, which is not a bad thing at all.
Because no one's in the category of Pat Mahomes. When he's on, no one's in that category.
No one, not even Stafford.
I don't know, man. Having Andy Reid and Bieniemy and all them offensive minded guys, it makes it a little different. I do think he's a very talented quarterback, though, and the number 1, but he's not in the tier by himself, talent-wise. He makes
Who else you got in level 1?
The only guy out of that four that I wouldn't have in there because he stay hurt all the time is Joe Burrow. I got Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson up there. And Joe Burrow will be that 4 or 5 guy because he stay hurt. He got talent, but he kind of he got two wide receiver ones. Joe Flacco came in, did the same exact thing. Basically, he would have did. So it's not. He didn't. He's got the opportunity to do something else, and he got to capitalize. So I would say Pat Mahomes would be that number one in that first tier category.
Well, let me ask this: can Seattle win multiple Super Bowls?
I would have to see who they bring in after Kubiak leave. I mean, because Kubiak wanted to the Raiders, so that offensive scheme he had was big time. I think if they can get somebody that can replicate that or continue on that path, I think so. I don't see why not, honestly, because McDonald's still there.
When you say multiple Super Bowls, I think they can win multiple Super Bowls, but not necessarily in a row.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Well,
so
everybody's gonna have a little injuries and everything playing a factor. But like Kansas City, they won 2 were in a row, but they had some interludes in there.
Yeah, I think.
How about New England? Can they come back next year?
Some of the pundits are
still
saying
up in the air for next year. I think everything's up in the air.
I think the Patriots are in a situation where they got to figure that left side of the line out. I don't know how. Honestly, I have to go back and watch some games and see how bad they was throughout the season. But the way me and Mark was watching the game last night, and every single play, them guys was getting pushed on their back, turning to the side, open up like saloon doors. I think that they'll have to make a very big change over there on that side. And they got to get some receivers to get open, man. I think that had a lot to do with it, too. I think that while they was getting there fast, he wasn't nobody popping open quick enough to get the ball anyway.
So if they look so bad, how did they make it to the Super Bowl? What happened?
I don't know. But that snow game helped them. I think they would have lost that snow game if it didn't snow.
Or if Bo Nix were healthy. But they played the worst schedule, the easiest schedule in this century. You got to go back to that century to get an easy schedule. This year they have first place schedule. Some people have them ranked 9th best team in the AFC. But on that note, we're going to have to sign out. 107.5. WGPR HD2 Sports Rap app and Sports Rap Network. See you after the break.
You're listening to Bullseye Sports presented by Dabo on Sports Rap Network. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Bullseye Sports presented by Dabo on the Sports Rap Network. You're listening to Wardell
Sports Shop Radio for original insight, opinions, and
It had hot sauce, vinegar, and the best meat in town. It is no longer in existence. I turned my family onto it. The tradition onto my family. Now, when I was a kid, I used to have to wash it off because it was too hot. But I learned to love it, and now it's gone. I feel like there's been a loss in my family, like a death in my family. They were so close to. My father is the one that turned me on to it. Our families have been going there for 60 years. Do you understand that, ladies and gentlemen? Some of the first. And the stories were all the same. I saw it in the news that their fathers or parents or whatever used to bring it home on a Friday or Saturday night, late at night. Used to wake the kids out of bed. That's my story, too. And then we ate that Parks. I might try to buy it because it was so good to me, got so good. And then they had the bread that was soaked in the sauce. It was usually white bread. I forgot the name. Wonder Bread with some fries and some delicious coleslaw. My. Parks is gone forever. Rest in peace, Brother Parks. Brother Parks. Anybody want to say anything?
We've gone down to memory lane. Let's get back for probably the last time in a while talk about the NFL because season's over. The Raiders hired Clint Kubiak to complete the cycle of the 10 coaches hired. I personally am not a fan of most of these coaches they hired. I think you got retreads. You got some offensive coordinators that don't even call their own plays. So it's just a mess. Do these coaches underwhelm you like they do me?
Yeah, I don't think anything of them. But I'll tell you this. I look at it as an opportunity. They're retreads. They're second rate. So now maybe our coach can come out on top in the next year, because I think if he doesn't show better than what these other coaches show, then he'll be on the hot seat and maybe not coaching after the 2026-27. He's only going to be on the hot seat. But no, but I'm saying it's an opportunity for him to show his wares this year.
Kevin Stefanski was 6-27. He got a job right away. Dan Campbell will have multiple suitors if we ever get rid of him. I'm sorry.
No, you all good. I just think it's a change in the guard. Honestly, I think a lot of these names are probably new names that are getting a first opportunity outside of you got guys like Saleh, you got Harbaugh. Who else? I'm losing somebody right now. Stefanski, McCarthy. With those guys, like I'm not looking. I don't think I'm gonna see anything new from those guys. I think they're probably gonna put out the same thing they've been putting out when they do get the opportunity to. They'll probably either fizzle out or whatever. I think Jesse Minter is a pretty good hire. I'm looking at an article right now that got John Harbaugh rated as the number one ranked hire for the offseason. I think that's probably a lie. Like that's probably the worst take I've seen all day. He doesn't call offense, defense, or special teams. He's an overly glorified manager. He's going to the Giants, who have never seen success. So if that organization if they can't get in the field and get the players they need and all that, Harbaugh, who didn't do nothing for all these years, ain't gonna do it either. And that sounds like a match made in heaven to not do anything.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
And his last tenure at the Ravens, Lamar Jackson went to him, told him he needs to make some changes. He resisted those changes. Now he's at another place. Will he learn his lesson and do things differently here? Or will he do it like he always has?
I think, honestly, I see him doing the same thing, because he went over there and immediately said, I'm not taking the job unless I got full control. I feel like we're in for some more of the same. But yeah, I like the mentor hire with the Ravens, though.
Yeah, but that's a good one.
If Harbaugh does what he did at Baltimore, New York may be happy, because he was a winner. Playoffs.
So when you go macro and you back up real far away, it does look like he was winning. But 8 years ago, when Lamar Jackson got in the league, he was on a hot seat then too. He then played a guy, and then he won 2 MVPs. He didn't win any playoff games, and he didn't win any championships. And then he eventually had to be moved on from. His job was saved. It's not, when you don't call special teams defense or offense, it's kind of like you're a player manager of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that seemed like you leaving it up to the front office to sign the right guys, and he didn't pick up his clipboard until he got on the hot seat again this year. So,
well, he's a former special teams coordinator, so
yeah,
what clipboard is he gonna pick up?
Yeah, I think you got to kind of be a specialist in this day and age. Even Dan Campbell can pick up the clipboard and get the call in the plays.
18 years of success.
How many championships?
0.
Oh, okay.
No, he won 1.
No, he had 1.
Yeah, he won 1.
He won 1. He won 1. Who was on that team? He was managing those guys. Ray Lewis. He was managing those guys. 18 years, 1 championship is not a success story at all.
Being with the Ravens, he always had good defensive coordinators.
So you're saying Tomlin is not a success?
No, Tomlin is the better coach, though, because he went to the playoffs every year and got some playoff W's. Harbaugh didn't. Harbaugh just was around really, really good players. I could tell you why everybody think Harbaugh is a better coach. I don't know if we can say that on the radio though.
I didn't say that.
No, not you. I'm not saying you. I'm saying across the nation. Across the nation, I know why they consider Harbaugh a better coach. He ain't have to win nothing.
We can look at the clock and figure that one out. The clock on the screen. But you're right.
Yeah, the clock on the screen. But yeah.
Because I think Tomlin had a winning record against Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, Mike McCartney in Pittsburgh, I don't know. They need to go ahead and rebuild.
They need to go ahead and try and get a quarterback. They ain't had a quarterback since then.
Exactly. But I'll say this about, did you guys know that Pittsburgh is the one of the whitest cities in America?
Yeah.
I could have guessed that.
I did not know that until a commentator brought it up.
I've been
That's
to
funny.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, now that you mention it, yes.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, talking about the Harbaughs, Donald, or whatever his name is, that was the coach from the Harbaugh tree.
But now I'll say this about Harbaugh. He has good defensive coordinators. Mentor, McDonald. He's got, but offensively, his boy went up to Todd Monken. Went to Cleveland after everybody turned that job down.
Hungry for an opportunity. Who you think? Who?
The guy Cleveland.
We want them to. Because we want to win, want to take advantage of that. That means there's opportunity.
I think Cleveland is pretty much the NFL's can't get right. I don't see them getting right.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because I used to live in Cleveland when I went to law school. They had the drive and the fumble, and they've always been a good team. They just can't get over the hump. But they've always been a good team before they went to expansion.
But now they can't get a quarterback.
Yeah, that guy took that Super Bowl team and took them to Art Modell, took them to Baltimore. And
I remember
that was Cleveland that should have won the championship.
And you remember, Cleveland is the one that fired Bill Belichick.
They be missing that.
Yeah.
It's like they have a curse on them, like we have the curse of Bobby Lane. The curse of Bobby Lane, baby.
Do they have a real curse though, Cleveland?
I don't know if they got one or not. It seems like it. We do have.
Yeah,
one.
why not?
The whole city had a curse for a minute until LeBron came.
LeBron James.
Indians or the Guardians ever win a World Series in our lifetime?
Not our lifetime.
I thought they did a few years ago, but
they got to Game 7 and they lost a couple of times.
In the World Series?
Now, who's your way too early pick to win Super Bowl 61, which is going to be in Los Angeles?
The Lions.
Yeah, I picked the Lions.
Who are they going to play?
Who they going to play? San Diego Chargers.
Oh,
no. Other than the Lions.
Hey man, I know you love I know you love the Harbaughs, man. Do not put your money on Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert ain't going to the Super Bowl. He ain't going. I could take a Harbaugh with anybody, but Justin Herbert ain't taking him there. I ain't going.
Not in that group.
No, man, he ain't even got a right hand right now. He got it clubbed up.
I'm gonna go with Seattle and the AFC is all jumbled up.
It's tough.
I'm gonna go with Denver.
Okay, I like that.
If Sean Payton can get out of his way, his own way.
I thought he was a genius.
He's such a genius. He fired about 3 coaches after they lost.
It came out that he said that what made him do that, make the decision that he made, was analytics. And he said those guys were pushing analytics on him and confused him in the moment. So,
I'll just say this. Do you believe that?
I believe he was confused by
they
analytics.
was yelling numbers at me. I didn't know what to do.
I believe that.
Your quarterback gets hurt and can't play in the game, but it was the offensive coordinator's fault that the backup couldn't win.
Man, but I think that's a good one, Denver. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't know though, man. I wouldn't
Going Lions.
Y'all go Lions. Yeah, that's a good choice.
All right, we made a couple good choices, but again, it's time for this segment to end. 107.5 HD2 WGPR Sports Rap app and Sports Rap Network.
You're listening to Wardell, Walker, Barthwell, and our Cobra Commander, Mark Jones, on Bullseye Sports, presented by Dabo. Back after these commercial messages. Presented by Dabo.
Bullseye Sports, 107.5 HD2 Sports Rap app. Let me tell you something. I'm watching these Pistons, man. And the way they destroyed the New York Knicks, they beat them by 38. My. This could be the best Pistons team I've ever seen. And they still might not win a championship because that West has two teams over there. You say three, maybe Jim, because you throw in Houston. But I think OKC is great. But Wembanyama over there at San Antonio may be the best player I've ever seen because he's got every skill necessary. And they're tough. But I love the way the Pistons are playing, and I expect for them to win the conference this year. 38-12,
Don't forget Denver.
38-13. I don't think Denver can do it. They haven't done it so far. You might be right, but
What are you talking about? Denver is in second place, and they won the championship, I think, 2-3 years ago. They can do it.
Yeah, but I just don't think they will. Let me see.
Big Jones, what you got against the Joker?
I like the Joker, but I just haven't seen
You got
him.
something against them because you don't think they can win.
Yeah.
That's
You
not against
didn't
him.
want him in the top 10 either.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on, Big Jones?
I ain't got nothing against the Joker personally, man. The Joker's all right. The Joker's all right, but I just think that San Antonio's better.
San
You
Antonio.
Yes, because
They real young, though.
yeah, they got DeAndre Fox though, right?
Yeah, they got Fox. They
good.
got Fox. I like Fox. I like Steph Castle, too. I just think they probably gonna need some experience on the back end, just like the Pistons is. But I think they both got good young teams. The Pistons actually playing right now.
Yeah, the Pistons, man. Pistons got a full, well-rounded team. They
Who
do.
the Pistons playing tonight?
Hornets.
Yeah. Now they got rid of Ivy, which is going to give Dennis Jenkins a better chance. He did sign a 2-year contract. I don't know the terms or the money, but it must be close to 8. He's good. I think they're going to be better because they can play somebody longer, and I think he's going to be the benefactor from that. Go.
Do you think they had the Knicks number?
Obviously, yeah.
Because they beat them by 30 and 38 this year.
Yeah, but playoffs might change. It's a
38.
No Towns, too. They didn't have Towns. Towns didn't play.
Neither did Duran. Towns is weak. He's playing. Part of the reason he's playing back is he's going to be traded.
So what does that do? Mentally, he can't get up, can't get past that.
Who's playing bad because they think they're about to get traded?
Karl Anthony Towns.
Okay, let me ask you a question though.
He might want to go.
How does that work now that the trade deadline has passed? How can you still talk about trades?
For what, the NBA?
Yeah.
You can release players, and when you release players, you can get them. Like Cam Thomas with the Nets, he was released by the Nets and he signed with Milwaukee. Now, they won't release Karl Anthony Towns, but he was heavily talked about when they were trying to get Giannis.
Well, yeah, I could see that, but you're going to find nobody to replace something like that unless you do it. Make a trade. Just pick. You going to let him go on the waiver? I mean, somebody like that on the waiver wire? Come on. So he should.
No, I said he's not going to be on the waiver wire.
So he should feel comfortable now. We should see him improve play from him. Now,
well, the trade deadline ended Thursday. He played the Pistons on Friday.
Yeah. The Pistons are catching it right now against Charlotte. They got a good team this year, huh?
They won 9 straight.
Yeah, they're good.
Oh, they're back on the roll now.
They got a real young nucleus. They got some ball players over there.
Boy.
You think that the Knicks didn't? I mean, not the Knicks. Do you think the Pistons did enough at the trade deadline?
I think they did. I think they did as much as they could without messing the chemistry of the team up. I think sometimes, like when we talked about Michael Porter Jr. those couple weeks that we did, it was kind of like, yeah, he's a good player and he won a championship, but he gonna require shots, and the shots he gonna take probably perturb what they got going on. They added a guy in or got rid of Ivy, signed Jenkins, and I think that's a good fit for them.
I think they might pick up a shooter or a backup big in the buyout program. But, I think overall they feel they have enough to do it. And they didn't feel they wanted to, like you said, mess with the chemistry and end up with the worst team.
Yeah, I think they did the right thing, too.
There's a new guy, Huerter, is his name?
Kevin Huerter.
Huerter?
Is the question. He needs minutes.
He has to adjust.
I don't know if he's going to, he hadn't hit a three-pointer yet. He had 8 points on Friday, but, we'll see. We'll see.
To Cleveland.
Okay, let's analyze that. James Harden never won a championship, gets cold in big games, and who else does that?
Donovan Mitchell. Them boys a match made in heaven, man.
Yeah, you got a backcourt of a
regular season ball players. They want their season to be over when it's supposed to be over. I ain't worried about them guys.
They got the potential to put a run on.
I say it now, and I say it every time James Harden went to the playoffs, and I was right every time. I cashed out every time. I'm going to cash out this time, too.
When Donovan Mitchell was with the Jazz, he used to have epic battles with Murray, and the Nuggets always came out on top. JB tried to work with him, but he didn't want to be coached. So JB's with us now. So, Donovan Mitchell, good luck.
Donovan Mitchell.
Well, I hope you're right.
And they got the one guy still coming back, too, right? He was hurt. Mobley,
yeah.
He's back.
He's back now?
Mm-hmm.
See, they got their team is there now.
Boston got Vucevic.
Yeah, that was a great pickup, too.
Yeah, I thought they traded Anthony Simons. I think that might be a bit much, but hey.
They need a big man.
Was the Clippers good or something before James Harden left? Is that or we just acting like the name getting slapped on the roster?
16 out of 20.
They 25 and 27. I'm not about to sit here and act like James Harden name getting added to a roster about to make me worry about what's going on in Cleveland.
You don't think it's gonna make Cleveland better?
I'm sure it's gonna make them better as far as the 2K team, but as far as getting them over the hump for the rest of the season, no, because James Harden is just not that type of guy.
In the short run,
James Harden likes to pass too.
Yeah, he's a good passer.
Yeah. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I break this Clippers roster down and then you break down the Cavaliers roster, we about to I'm not Paul George over there, all them guys, Zubac. Let me see. That roster.
No, they traded Zubac.
They traded Zubac.
Yeah. Yeah.
He over there. He was over there with Brook Lopez, Kawhi, Paul George, John Collins.
No, Paul George is with Philly.
Oh, he was Philly now?
Yeah.
No Paul George, Nicholas Batum, Bradley Beal, John Collins, Chris Dunn.
Bradley Beal's over there too?
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, I don't see him.
I don't know if Bradley Beal played the last game I saw them play.
No, he probably don't. His back messed. Bradley Beal been on his way out, man. The Suns should have never picked him up. But that's when guys get paid and they get spots off name. That's how you end up with a guy like Bradley Beal on your team. So I mean, I have to see it. Am I worried about it? Not really.
Yeah, no.
I think I'm more worried about Boston though. When if Tatum comes back, and they got Vucevic down there.
Hopefully he come back and mess up the chemistry.
Yeah, see, that's what if Jason comes back. He could mess up the chemistry because he's hurt. He's going to need shots. He's going to be finding himself. You just can't come back from an injury like that.
And is he going to be willing to take a back seat to Jaylen Brown?
No, they can work together.
This year he's going to have to take a back seat to him, and that's going to be ego. How's he going to do? Like you said, that's where he could mess up the chemistry for this year.
They ain't never did it to where he been by himself for months, and then a guy come back and got to get in his groove.
Now, these two guys are champions, so I think they can do stuff for the better good. Now, Cleveland, they ain't won no championship. Hell, they ain't won a playoff series. So they're going to be fighting over each other who gets the glory. But, Toronto didn't make any moves of note. I think the Pistons had Toronto Wednesday before the All-Star break. So the East is looking winnable as long as they keep winning at a good pace.
But I tell you right now, Charlotte is giving the Pistons all they want, baby.
Yeah. The Pistons' depth a lot of times comes in there and can overwhelm you.
Where's the other ball boy at? Where's he play? The oldest one.
Lonzo, I don't know. Lonzo got traded a couple times in this.
Just this recently he got traded?
No, he was in New Orleans about 3 teams ago. But he got traded by Cleveland, and I believe in the
Cavs, my guys.
Where is he now?
He's on the Cavs.
Who?
No, he got traded.
Who on the Cavs?
And Utah released him.
Oh, they did?
What? Where is he?
Out of the league?
He probably at the game tonight watching his brother.
Oh, that's tough. And that's all because of that injury too, because he was going to be all right.
Yeah. No, he's not in Cleveland. They traded him.
That's too bad. All right, well, let's hope he gets back in the league sometime or another. That's what I say. Go blue. We got to talk about blue tonight.
Well, we have that'll be the first topic in the second hour. This hour goes by fast as usual. 107.5 WGPR. Davo presents Detroit Bullseye Sports.
We'll be right back.
This is the Sports Rap Network on WGPR 107.5 HD2 Detroit, home of the Two Live Stews Experience.
Bullseye Sports Rap app. Let me tell you something. Hail to the victors valiant. Hail to the conquering heroes. Hail to Michigan, the conquerors of the West. They look like they're going to win a national championship, ladies and gentlemen. They do. They look like the best team in America.
You have put the kiss of death on Dusty May. You have me fired.
Hey, don't do that. Yeah, because you said the fight song wrong a little bit, I think. 2 words are wrong.
Was good enough. You know what I was saying. Hail to the victors, valiant, hail to the conquering heroes. When you see them play, you think of a championship. Da-da-da-da.
Well, Michigan defeated Penn State 110-69, and yesterday OSU 82-61. Are they back on track for the season?
Yeah, but they got some tough games. They got to play Illinois.
They beat Illinois.
No, it's Michigan State.
Michigan. Michigan does have.
Michigan State. My brother-in-law Bill Sharp told me that Michigan State was better than Michigan, and that could be at the end, but not during the regular season, Brother Bill.
No.
I'm telling you now. They got a
Michigan
chance.
State is going to develop that second score before they become better than Michigan.
They got Michigan has everything.
And we'll talk about it later. My man's going to stop tripping people. He tripped somebody in the Illinois game, too.
Yeah. Oh, he tried to kick him. Yeah, he did trip him.
Man,
he did trip him.
Minnesota, he kicked somebody in the.
Yeah, he did do that.
He was terrorizing that guy. He hit him a couple times.
Yeah, he was terrible. I said,
He caught him with a ball to the head. He kicked him 3 times. Kicked him in the ding dong 3 times.
Like, come on, man. You already scoring 25 plus.
Some guys can't help it,
this
man.
game. I just can't understand that.
Some guys can't help it, man. When they get out there, they get to losing their mind. He can score all the points he wants to. You touch him in a way he don't want to be touched, he's gonna kick you
in the ass.
But back to Michigan, guys. They are playing at a high level now. Look like they're kicking on all cylinders. 110 points. That's a lot of points for a college team.
But I'll tell you where because they only play 40 minutes. But I'm going to tell you what I think about them. They still go through ebbs and flows of the game where they don't score. They start to shoot too many three-pointers and get away from going inside. They're a terror inside and can score at will. But they'll go 3 or 4 possessions where they shoot threes and don't make them. And then turnovers. They got to keep the turnovers under 10 to win a national championship. 10 and under. When you get to 16 and 18, that's pretty bad, guys.
Well, they've been keeping the turnovers down for the most part, and especially in these last 2 games.
Played against Ohio State.
Yeah, 2 games, yeah. Last 2 games, but that's what caused.
Well, when you say 18, you are specifically referring to the Nebraska game.
Yeah, I don't know how they won that with 18 turnovers.
Yeah, they didn't make it second.
Nebraska didn't score off they didn't convert the turnovers into points.
Exactly.
Michigan had more converted points off turnovers than they did.
Yeah, and that's defense. That's because they got the defense that saved them. But when you go against Arizona or Connecticut, I don't think you can do it. That's my experience. That's all.
You know, you sung the fight song, had a winning the title, and now you telling them what they can't do against Arizona and UConn.
Yeah,
those 2 teams really don't scare me right now. They don't scare me. If Michigan plays up to their capabilities, they can beat anybody.
Yeah, but everybody scares me till we beat them.
Well, I think this, though, too. Arizona being undefeated, are they playing to win or are they playing not to lose?
You don't have to lose a game to win it all. A la Bobby Knight, 1975-76.
Yeah. And you're wrong about that Michigan team. They lost 5 games that year.
Well, they got some tough ones coming up. I know they got Purdue.
What Michigan team lost 5 games? The 76 team?
The team that lost to Bobby Knight in the championship.
No, I thought they only lost 2.
And you know, one of the teams they beat to get the final was Chuck Daly's University of Pennsylvania team.
Chuck Daly.
Yeah, that's when He went to the Final Four with them once, didn't he?
Uh-huh. But they're in first place in the Big Ten. They play Purdue. Have you seen Purdue play?
No.
I'm more worried about Illinois than Purdue.
Illinois is big.
Illinois has got their European team.
Michigan State beat them, though.
But Illinois has a good young point guard from African American. But they got a Stojakovic.
Freshman.
They got some other players that can shoot. But
They're not going to have a problem in the Big Ten. So if they lose another game to Illinois, that's all right. Two, 3 games, no more than 4, we're good.
I'm glad you come down from 5 or 6.
The season's been progressed. They've been winning, so I was able to come down.
Do you trust Dusty May in big games?
Yep.
Yep.
Why not? I'm serious. Why not? I'm not being facetious. I'm just asking.
I know. I'm waiting on this run in the playoffs to see if he can make adjustments on the fly. Because, in the playoffs last year, they would always fall behind and come back. And they couldn't quite do that against Auburn.
Excuse me.
Auburn was nice.
Well,
Quicker, faster, more athletic. This team can match up to that Auburn team. Beat that Auburn team last year.
now, on the flip side, Michigan State had an uneven week. They lost to Minnesota, one of the worst teams in the Big Ten, and they defeated Illinois, one of the better teams in the Big Ten. How do you think they shape up in the Big Ten? Can they win their top 5 team?
They're another team that can't shoot, but the way they went to the basket the other night, they can hang with you, but they're just not a good shooting team from the 3-point from outside the paint. But they went to the hole so many times, and they never gave up.
A lot of March Madness is based on shooting, and like Big Jones said, they more of a slashing, gritty, like a normal Michigan State team. Honestly, real gritty, but it's a 40-minute game. You got to put the ball in the hole from deep. I don't see a lot of that from them.
Come up with a defense to clog the middle.
Mm-hmm. And then too,
Shoot outside.
Once they get into March Madness and those high emotions get involved, it's not really nothing going on in these games where Jeremy is attacking these guys and all that, doing what he's doing. So, when the stakes get higher, I don't know if he's gonna be finishing all them games out. Just being honest, and they're gonna be watching.
Once he gets to the nothing wrong. Once he gets to the Big Ten championships and the NCAA March Madness, that he will get away with that, because he's put an eye on himself for doing it so many times.
No, they're gonna put him. They're gonna throw him out.
I don't see him getting away with it much longer right now in this regular season, because they talking about it on every publication. The talking heads and all that. It's a big deal. And 2, it's more cameras than it's ever been on the court, man. It's not an inch of the court that's not in view of at least 1, 2, 3 cameras. So they're gonna catch everything you do. Either he gonna have to tone it down, or he probably gonna cost his team some games.
I'm surprised Izzo hadn't dealt with it. He said he'd look at it, but it looks like he's not dealing with it.
And who's to say Izzo not in the background like, hey, man, that's how he play. He's a gritty guy. He's a Grayson Allen type guy. Sometimes that college basketball villain situation might still be a thing.
But like we said, when you get to the big time, be it the Big Ten playoffs or March Madness, and there's even more of a microscope on you, and you do that, you getting out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Michigan State cannot afford for him not to play.
No, he's their leader.
Player.
He's their only shooter.
Yeah, he's the heart and soul of their team, I'll tell you that.
Nobody else scored the ball. I'm like, nobody else scoring the ball, man. Got another guy only making 3 buckets. That's a good night. He has to take the whole game over. You shut him down, it's over, man. They're not gonna do anything.
Because I guess I look at he tripped Luxembourg at Michigan.
Yeah.
He kicked the Minnesota player in his middle region. And he tripped the point guard from Illinois going to the hole. I mean, I think he's got a target on his back now. And if he does it in the next game, I think he's going to have to sit.
He might have an issue.
Yeah, I mean, you probably done played sports with some of them guys who can't focus on the game. You know, like you turn around and it's a guy. He back fighting with a guy trying to rip his helmet off. It's like, man, you could wholeheartedly just let this go to the next play, and we could probably, man. So yeah, I mean, I watched. They done cut it up. They cut up and made a compilation of the stuff he's done. So I mean, it's about his time is coming. If he continues. You got to think these guys not even responding to him. They're not retaliating. So it looks that much worse. It's not a mutual thing ever.
And I'm sure they're told not to.
Yeah, of course.
Let's see. They play Wisconsin on Friday. No, it's team to beat Michigan. Michigan State.
Michigan, yeah.
But I'm sure that Greg Gard is going to make it known, hey, this guy's tripped to kick 3 people in 3 different games. So watch that. We can't have that in our game.
Right. Boot him out quickly.
So they're going to.
Before the game. Watch out for the
That's a fine line of being a competitor and being dirty.
Right.
Oh yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Well, I look at it this way. He's showing heart. He's the heart of the team. Clean that up, and the boy can play. That's all I know. But you got to clean that up, or they're going to give you tech, and you hurt the team in the end.
All right, we're at the end of another segment of GPR. Davo presents Detroit Bullseye Sports, Sports Rap Net, Sports Rap app, and 107.5 HD.
You're listening to Bullseye Sports presented by Dabo on Sports Rap Network. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Small trees, big trees, about to fall on your house trees. We chop them all. Call Carl at Bully Tree Service, 313-926.
Bullseye Sports is back. I hope you're enjoying tonight's show as much as I am. It's been a great discussion. We know our stuff. I hope you can tell. And pretty soon we're going to be able to let you call in and voice your sentiment, your views. So get ready for that. It's going to take the show to another level. We're excited about that. But Jim, you had another question about MSU.
Yeah, I'm wondering, we did the talk about Jeremy Fears and what Izzo is doing or not doing. Is Tom Izzo relevant? I mean, old Tom Izzo wouldn't take any of that, and he'd corrected it by now. But with Izzo, most of his peers have retired. Is it time for him?
I think he's got a little gas in the tank. I think what you're saying is Izzo wants to win. And I'm sure he's told the kid don't do it. But he has no chance to win without this kid. He is the star. And that puts a little pressure on Izzo. And he's at the end of his career. He doesn't want to sacrifice for that. He might be telling the kid, hey, man, play with that spot. Just don't get caught. But I will tell you.
Woodhead, they have so many cameras out there, he's going to get caught.
Oh, yeah. But I just tell you. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, Izzo being the guy that recruited Draymond, and, had Draymond for as long as he did, he's not a stranger to a overzealous physical guy. I think, he wants to win, and that being his best player, it's kind of a different situation as opposed to if you could just sit him down and play the rest of the games, the guys that you got. But I do think Izzo is probably on his way out. I mean, that's just, he's an older guy. He's been there a long time. He's seen a lot of success. But, with the NIL and all that, change of the guard, the normal thing. I think he lasted a lot longer than I expected him to and outlasted his peers. So,
Yeah, I have to agree with you, man. I think he's still a decent coach. Well, one thing he doesn't do now, he's got to get more active in the portal and go get a shooter or two that really can knock down in that portal, and we wouldn't be having this discussion right now.
Well, you know what, guy? Hell, he didn't need to go to the portal. He can go to the G League and look for one.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you can get a guy that's already got some NBA points, man.
And some eligibility left.
That's Pandora's box right there, I think. And I think, too, just like we talked about earlier, Tom is on his gritty teams and the way he builds teams. It's a different game now. So, not having shooters is probably a byproduct of just how he builds his teams,
They got to be rugged. They got to be tough. But, again, yeah, he wants to build the team from high school recruits and develop them and win every year that way. Those days are over. That's the way I liked it. But it's over. You're going to get a new face every year. It may not be from your region. You may not know your team. It's taken me time to learn this Michigan team. How many players do they have on each roster from Detroit? So you don't even have a chance to watch him. And he's got to fly all over the country to watch who he's recruiting. It's not the same, man. But it's good basketball. Because I enjoyed that game that they played against Illinois when they won. That was a great game. And he can grit them out. He can still do it. He coaches his heart out. He did. So is he relevant? Not like he used to be, but he still got some life in the old. There's still life in the old dog.
All right. Speaking about life, let's talk about the Tigers. They breathed a lot of life in when they signed Freeman Valdez to a 3-year, $115 million contract. They also had Tariq Skubal win arbitration for $32 million. Do they have the best 1-2 punch in the AL?
That's a good question, but I know it's still not enough to beat the Dodgers or get over the hump to get to the World Series. I need a bat.
Well, if you can go in a 7-game series and put Valdez and Skubal up 5 of those games, you might have enough.
Well, I hope so. That's what I sure do. Yeah, they got one of the best 1-2 punches. But a couple years ago, they had 4 players with Porcello. Was it Porcello, Verlander, and that other guy that pitched this year in the World Series?
Price and Scherzer.
Oh, my God. That was a heck of a pitching staff, and they didn't win anything with them. That's every night somebody had to go against people. Every night in a 7-game series, that bunch? Yeah. Come on, man. What you think? I gotta know. Come on, am I off track? What you saying? That was they couldn't do it with 4 or 5. How are they gonna do it with just 2?
These two are maybe the top 2 starters in the AL. But it'll definitely be interesting to watch.
Yeah, you had how many Cy Young? You had 3 Cy Young award winners on that team. Maybe 4. Those were great pitchers, man. And we won nothing. Not a thing.
I'm talking about the present time.
Yeah, but I'm saying if it's only 2.
Because I think pitching has gone down since then.
So what's your point? I mean, I don't understand.
I think that they can do a lot of. They've gotten to the divisional series 2 years in a row with basically just Skubal. Now you add Valdez to that list, it's going to be even harder to beat them.
Well, I hope you're right, but I thought you won games mostly by scoring more runs.
If you can't score, you can't win.
That's right.
Look as far as the Seattle Seahawks on that one.
But if they can't score, they still got to put up some runs themselves. And they were void of that for many games last year in the second half. I mean, all the coaching, all the managing and strategy you want and pitching, you got to hit that ball. And if they don't get another bat, I think they're destined for a second-rate team again. That's just me thinking. I'm just telling you, man.
You can't call it second-rate. You make it to the top. You make it to the second-round series.
If you don't win it all, you're second-rate. Yeah, we
I'm glad you said that.
I'm glad you did too, because I'm right. I'm writing that one down. I'm waiting on it.
That's what we're waiting on. Will A.J. Hinch be in trouble? Mark Jones calling for his firing if they don't win this year.
I think he's a great manager. I think he's done wonders with the talent that he's had. So no, I hope not. They'd be foolish to get rid of him.
We do need to get some more bats though, man, because that game again. I mean, that series against Seattle, man, we couldn't score a run. How many men have we just left stranded on the base last year?
But then, on the other hand, they couldn't score any runs either.
Yeah, they couldn't do anything. They were bad.
I don't care about what they scored. I only care about what I'm scoring.
Well, you have to care about what they score.
No,
because
I
that's
don't
what
care.
keeps them in the game.
If they're not scoring runs, I need a runner. If we're both not scoring, then hey, that's doubly bad. Get a bat and let's go. Don't be cheap.
Go ahead and say it. I want to hear you say it.
Don't be cheap now. Go get me a bat.
Yeah, there it is. Don't be cheap.
Yeah, get me a bat.
Chris Illich, don't be cheap.
We're on the verge.
Right.
We're on the verge, man.
Don't pay some money, man.
One more guy, just one more.
Because
Well,
Give me
Chris
a
will say,
the Dodgers are doing all
Chris,
types of.
in all fairness to Chris, he's going to say, I'm paying $70 million for these two pitchers.
Yeah, you need one more bat. You got to pay $80 million. Give me a
Is
professional.
McGonigal that bad?
What do you think? You mean the guy from the minors?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want a bat. If they know better than me, they do spend the time studying it. So if he comes up and he's that bat, great. But if he isn't, you got till the trade deadline and get me a bat.
They got to do something, man. You see the Dodgers spending all this money. They're doing deferred payment strategies, all type of stuff.
Well, Mark, what I hope happens is that in 2027 they can get a salary cap. Because I think a lot of teams are tired of the Dodgers just picking off talent. But you know where the holdup on the salary cap is going to be the players. Because the players like the Dodgers and others spending all that money.
No. They shouldn't get mad about that. Spend the bread. They got to spend the player, man.
But that small market teams like Detroit might not be able to
Detroit
afford
is
it.
not a small market team.
Medium market.
I call them a mid-market. Pittsburgh, Tampa, those are small market. Because I think Tampa's salary are about 1/10 of what LA is.
But if you don't have the money, you don't need to be. No.
Well, no, that's like
Another owner.
That's like having a firecracker fight, and you got a whole pack of firecrackers, and Pittsburgh and Tampa are throwing one at a time at you. You can't win.
Where'd you get that analogy from?
Every league has a salary cap except baseball.
You need to invest the dollars, and get your return.
No, you can't do. You don't have that money. You don't have a TV contract that New York and LA does. You don't have the merchandising contract. So they're ahead just by that. It's not about investing money.
So they're just going to be in the red then. You know what? We're just about to lose. We don't have the merchandise. We don't have the TV contract. All we can do is spend money to get a player.
Every other league has a salary cap. Hockey has a hard cap. Basketball has different levels on the cap. Football has a cap.
They had to do it to save the game.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because they were going to out.
Oh.
What happened?
Pistons have a little rumble in the jungle.
It's almost time.
Hold on.
How much time we got?
40 seconds.
In the jungle.
All right now. This is
Yeah. But
Bullseye
What'd you say,
Sports, presented by Dabo.
Oh,
No, we're not into it. We still got 30 seconds. Oh, yeah, it's ugly.
ugly.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people kicked out of this game.
It's a rumble in Little Caesar.
But
No, they ain't North Carolina.
About the Pistons after the break. 107.5 WGPR HD2 Sports Rap Apps Radio.
Detroit Association of Black Organizations, 107.5 HD2 Sports Rap App Network. That's right. Listen to us every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 6:30, some 7 to 9. Sorry about that. Some 7 to 9 p.m. You'll enjoy it. What's going on now, guys? Anything that we can talk about to close them out?
Well, let's talk about it. The top 10 Pistons of all time.
Okay, let's do that. Isaiah Thomas on my list, number 1. He could do it all. Little man, won 2 championships.
Y'all go ahead and fill them up with the old guys, and then we'll come through and put the 2 modern day guys on there in Charlotte.
No, we know.
Who is the modern day?
They have to be from the old 14.
I say you got some on the team now.
I'll just do the starting.
No, I don't think you can say right now. I
can say one right now.
Kay Cunningham?
Yeah.
And then what about
starting five?
What about the boy that went to that got hurt? He played. He got hurt his leg.
Grant Hill?
Yeah, Grant Hill.
Wow.
He's a Hall of Famer too.
With us? NBA?
Yeah, he's an NBA Hall of Famer.
Okay, who you got Isaiah at the shooting at the point guard? Who's guard?
What'd you say?
The 2 guard, Joe Dumars. He's a Hall of Famer as well.
How does Rip fare in that?
He's behind him. He's not a Hall of Famer. I mean, that's it.
I didn't say he would be in the same position. I just said, how does he fare? Does he make top 10?
No, you got a Hall of Famers, man.
What we doing? Accolades or ability?
Ability.
Well, I'm just saying, does Rip make the top 10?
I mean, if you got Cade in there.
I don't know if I got Cade in there yet.
Well, see, you know what I'm saying?
Ben Wallace.
What about Bob Lanier at center?
Well, who you got the small forward?
Oh, that's tougher.
Small forward. Oh, man.
Rasheed Wallace?
No, he wasn't a small forward.
He was a 4.
Yeah. Grant Hill. Tayshaun Prince.
Tayshaun, not a superstar.
Let's see.
Good player. That's a weak spot.
Grant Hill is a weak spot.
No, the 4.
Rasheed Wallace. It's not a weak spot.
Well, out of your championship teams, you had Rasheed Wallace.
Rick Mahorn.
You had Rodman,
Mahorn. Dennis Rodman, of course. He's my 4.
You had.
I thought what's his name? Grant Hill played it 2.
No, he played the 3.
Well, we got that then.
Let's see. The center, and even at the point guard, don't forget Dave Bing, the mayor.
I have not forgotten him.
Oh, wow. I forgot about Dave.
I don't put him on that. 5,
you got Lambeer.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114 Yeah, but
You got Ben Wallace.
Lambeer over Ben Wallace?
But Ben Wallace is a Hall of Famer. Lambeer's not.
Is K averaging like 29? He gonna have to take somebody's spot, man. I ain't about to.
Yeah.
What he averaging? I can't. We can't just throw guys on there because they played first, man.
No.
We got to have some impartiality.
I would have Cade in my 2. I mean, you can't start him over Isaiah.
No, not over Isaiah, but if I look these other guys up and they ain't never averaged 20, I can't put them over them because they played first.
Well, he was a Piston.
Well, that's why I'm saying the top 10.
Yeah, but how many years did Grant Hill play? Did Grant Hill get hurt and then fizzle out?
Detroit Grant Hill, I think, had 7 years or 5.
7.
Okay.
He played a long time. Wow.
Yeah.
Over them 7 years, 16.7 with the Pistons. We're going to call this the nostalgia list. We going to call this the nostalgia list.
I want to say Grant Hill averaged 20-some in his career in Detroit. Not in Orlando where he was hurt all the time, or Phoenix.
No, you're right. His highest average was 25.8.
Yeah, he was
99 to 2000.
He was giving buckets. He was doing it. But I can see Cade Cunningham. The only thing that I downgrade him on is longevity. These other guys did it for many, many years. That's all. But if you want to put him in there, you can't argue with it.
Uh-huh.
Man, so he got hurt in 2000, huh?
What about Bob? Bob Lanier is on the list, though.
Well, if we've got our starting 5, we can now try to work with the.
So let's say who's the 35, because now you threw Cade in there.
Cade is on the team. We haven't put him in starting 5. You got Isaiah. I think it was Joe Dumars at the shooting guard.
Okay.
You got Grant Hill at the small forward. You have, who do we come up at the 4?
Rodman.
Rasheed or Rodman.
Rodman at the 4 and center. Did we come up with a center?
Ben Wallace.
You say Ben Wallace or Bob Lanier, both of them are Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
You've got 2 Hall of Famers on there. One of them has to be it.
My 5.
I take Bob Lanier.
I go with Bob Lanier.
My 5 would be Isaiah, Cade, Grant Hill, Rasheed Wallace, and then Ben Wallace.
Yeah, hey, that's a good 5 right there. That 5 scraping that other 5.
Over
Scraping them guys.
Dennis Rodman?
I don't
can't
know
over
about
Dennis Rodman?
that.
Hey, man, Dennis Rodman will get you a whole bunch of rebounds and then have to what? What is he? Man.
And play defense.
Dennis
Rodman. Look, strategically speaking, I'm not putting a guy on the court that's good at one thing. He see the ball go like this. He know where it's going. Man, hey, man. I need ball players, man. I'm sorry. I ain't got Michael Jordan. I need some other guys.
I hear you.
Chauncey Billups, my 6th man.
Yeah, for sure. He comes off the bench for me, for sure. Right.
See, in that group, you got to look at Billups. Underrated Vinnie Johnson.
Microwave.
Rasheed Wallace.
Now, he wasn't, Adrian Dantley was one of the greatest to ever play.
Not as a Piston.
But he was still one of the greatest. He's a Hall of Famer, too. Adrian Dantley.
But he had to be traded for the Pistons to win.
Not necessarily. They traded him, and they won. But
no, he had to be traded.
I don't know. That's not what he says.
That's not what who said?
Not what Adrian Dantley says. He argued to the bone about that they traded him
but
so his boy could win. But Adrian Dantley was given buckets.
Yeah, but once the ball went into him, it didn't come back. And that slowed down that offense. They got Aguirre in there, and Aguirre moved the ball and could shoot on the outside.
Yeah, well, that's what the argument is, that they wouldn't have won without it. But I'm saying I don't know about that.
So if you say the greatest Pistons of all time,
Darko Milicic.
Oh,
I would think you'd have to go with Aguirre over Dantley, and I don't think Aguirre makes the top 10.
Antonio McDyess.
Hey, I liked Antonio McDyess, though, man.
He was underrated in what he did.
yeah, he was good.
Lindsey Hunter.
Ball player.
Stackhouse.
Well,
man.
we also had the other boy.
Stackhouse is one you got to think about, too.
We had the boy from Philadelphia, too, but he didn't play well for us.
Who?
What's his name? The boy that went to the guard from Philadelphia. The good.
Iverson?
Yeah.
He had cut his hair by that time. We didn't get the
Cade
full
started the
experience.
All-Star game this year, he was the last starter we had. But, no, his Piston career doesn't warrant top 10. You know, I didn't even know Derek Coleman was on the Pistons.
Yes, he was.
Because was he playing a lot? You know, Weber had a decent year, but he was shot.
His knees.
Yeah. Because he was out there when LeBron scored or assisted on the 25 straight in the playoff.
He was out there.
Yeah. He was a great player, but at that point, you couldn't guard anybody.
Chris Webber. Remember, he came over and did absolutely nothing.
Well, he played decent.
He was finished.
He can still get baskets.